Hi. Global Videos News Post. Welcome to YouTube channel. Title: NBC correspondent, 47, reveals how a dent in her breast was the first sign of her stage 2 cancer that drove her to get a mammogram while covering a North Carolina hurricane. When NBC correspondent Kristen Dahlgren caught a glimpse of a dent in her breast on her 47th birthday this fall, it rang an ominous spell. It brought back the words of a woman she'd interviewed 3 years prior, who had been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer after noticing a subtle change in the shape of her own breast that doctors initially dismissed. Armed with that little-known information, Dahlgren pressed doctors until she, too, was screened, outside her home state, between assignments. Dahlgren revealed it today that interview that taught her breast cancer's less obvious signs might have saved her life. Like most of us, and perhaps more so, Dahlgren's life is busy. She was getting ready to celebrate her birthday with friends in September when she caught a glimpse of a slight dent in my right breast. She wrote for Today. I had never noticed it before. I wasn't great about regular self-exams, but this time I paid attention. Beneath the dent, there wasn't a lump, but the tissue felt somehow thicker than the rest of her breast. It just felt different than everywhere else, she writes. Just about every hospital's bullet list for breast self-exams begins with checking for a lump. But rewind to 2016. A British study had found that 1 in 6 diagnoses with breast cancer began not with a lump, but a different symptom of the disease that kills more than 500,000 women worldwide in a year, according to the World Health Organization. Dahlgren was covering that finding. Just back from maternity leave, she was sent to interview a breast cancer patient and doctors at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. The patient was among the women whose first cancer symptom was not a lump. She simply noticed a change to the shape of her breast. The doctor told the woman it was nothing to be concerned about. But she didn't listen, and it probably saved her life. By the time Dahlgren's interview subject got a second opinion and, ultimately, a diagnosis, she had stage 3 breast cancer. Early warning signs of breast cancer, as described by the Mayo Clinic, include a breast lump or thickening that feels different from the surrounding tissue, change in the size, shape or appearance of the breast, changes to the skin over the breast, such as dimpling, a nearly inverted nipple, peeling, scaling, crusting or flaking of the pigmented area of skin surrounding the nipple, areola, or breast skin, redness or pitting of the skin over your breast, like the skin of an orange. It is profoundly important to be aware of your breasts, Mayo Clinic internist Dr. Deborah Rhodes told Dahlgren in an interview for That Story. Those words, the stage 3 patient's story and the image of her own breasts swirled around Dahlgren's head even as she was swept up in work. Dahlgren was sent to North Carolina to cover hurricanes circling and set to make landfall there. She dashed from one shot to a local hospital for a mammogram and ultrasound and then on to the next shot, amazed that they'd had openings. The hospital staff was puzzled. Why not just wait until you get home? Dahlgren recalled a nurse asking her. I just need to know, the reporter replied. It hadn't even been a year since Dahlgren had had her last mammogram, but the urgent exams she had done in North Carolina revealed 2 things: Dahlgren had dense breast tissue, and stage 2 breast cancer. About 50 to 60% of women are estimated to have dense breasts, which make cancer harder to detect in mammograms. They're only about 87% effective at detecting breast cancer in women like Dahlgren. She's now in the thick of treatment, including chemotherapy. It's all exhausting, but Dahlgren says her outlook is positive. Her support system, consisting of her husband, children and parents, solid, and her experience could be life-saving to others. It is not easy to talk about it, but I have always known I would share my story, she wrote. Often it feels surreal, but I know there is power in knowledge. Global Videos News Post to YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. Thanks for watching.